Hi everyone, welcome to today's programming tutorial. We're using Scratch to help us learn how to make computer programs, and in this tutorial we'll review some things that you should already know, and we're going to introduce a new concept as well. This concept is going to be about storing data such as a score for our computer program. Okay, as you can see, we have a game environment here with a backdrop which looks like Alaska. We have a helicopter sprite and we have a bear sprite as well. Now the first thing I want to do in my computer program is change the position of the helicopter when I press the arrow keys on my keyboard. These are called events. Events happen when we do something. So for example, when I press the up arrow on my keyboard, I want the helicopter to go up. Notice when the helicopter goes up, the x coordinate does not change. The y coordinate gets bigger. So let's look at how to do that. When I press the up arrow key, I'm going to change my position. The x position of the helicopter will not change. So the x position stays the same. Go to the current x position, but we're going to change the y position. The y position is going to get bigger. So I'm going to add a number to the current y position. Let's add 10. This will be the new y coordinate of our helicopter. So let's drag that into the y coordinate of the helicopter. We'll put it onto the up arrow and let's test it. There you go. I'm now pressing the up arrow on my keyboard. Now I can duplicate that and work with the down arrow. And when we press down, the y position gets smaller. So let's change that to -10 and let's test. Brilliant. Now let's look at what happens when we press the left arrow on our keyboard. When we press the left arrow on the keyboard, the helicopter will go in this direction. Notice that the y coordinate does not change. The x coordinate is getting smaller. So we're going to get the x coordinate and it's getting smaller. So the x coordinate is going to get smaller. So let's put -10. And the y coordinate does not change. So the y position does not change. There we go. The y position does not change and the x position gets smaller. And let's test it. There you go. And let's duplicate that for the right arrow. And the x position is going to get bigger. And now we have a helicopter that we can control with our arrow keys. Wouldn't it be great if the helicopter pointed left when we click the left key on the keyboard? So we're going to point left. And we'll test it. Whoops, we've got that rotation style. We'll change it to a flip. And when we press the right key, we want it to point in the right direction. And we'll test. Brilliant. Now we have a helicopter being controlled by the keys. Now what I want to happen is, when the helicopter touches a bear, I get 5 points. Now I need somewhere to store that data. This is for my helicopter. So I'm going to go to the data menu and I'm going to make a little memory box to store numbers. This is called a variable in computer programming. I'm going to call my variable score. And this score is going to be for the helicopter sprite only. Now then, let's have a look at this. When I click the the green flag, I'm going to start the game. At the start of the game, the score is set to 0. And then, if I touch the bear, I'm going to change the score by 5. And let's see if that works. I'm going to press the green flag, and let's touch that bear. Oh! Did the score change? The score didn't change. I tell you what, I think I have to put this block of code into a forever loop, because the game needs to check if the helicopter is touching the bear. It needs to keep checking that. It always needs to check. If I'm touching the bear, change the score. So let's try that again. I'm just going to move. Let's click the flag and let's go. Oh! Ooh, that's interesting. So if the bear is touching the helicopter, we change the score by 5. And look, the bear and the helicopter are touching. The score is going crazy. So let's stop that. How can I fix this problem? I have an idea. Let's go to the bear sprite and program the bear. When we start the game, if the bear is touching the helicopter, I'm going to hide the bear. Now let's see if that solves the problem that we have with the score. Remember, when I click the green flag, I will reset the score to 0. Let's do that now. Now let's move the helicopter to the bear. Ooh, it didn't like that, did it? What's wrong with my code? I know. When I'm playing the game, the program has to keep checking this condition. So I think we need to put this into a forever loop. Always check if the bear is touching the helicopter. And if it is, we're going to hide the bear. So let's try and play our game again. There, we got it. The helicopter got 5 points, and the bear has disappeared. Let's test that again. Oh, when I press the green flag, there's still no bear. Bear. When I press the green flag, please show me the bear. This is at the start of the game. Show the bear and then test if the helicopter is touching the bear. Let's try that. So the bear shows, the helicopter moves, and I get 5 points because I can store a number in a variable. Now let's duplicate that bear. This is bear 3. Bear 3 has the same code as bear 2. Let's see if we can duplicate that. So if we're touching bear 3, let's make another one. Duplicate. Now we've got bear 4. Let's go back to helicopter. If we're touching bear 4, now then, let's press the green flag. Let's put our bears into position. Let's move the helicopter to a starting point. Press the green flag again. And let's play the game. There's my 5 points. 10 points. And oh, I didn't get 15 points. Okay, we'll fix that later. But you can see from today's tutorial that by creating a variable or a memory box, we can start to store data related to our computer programs.